Hi guys, I'm going to start off with the singing bowl. Okay, this is the path. The turning path. And a split one. Card on top. Okay, this will be you. Green. And the challenger. Wow. The white heart. I really like that card, the white heart. That's the card got me liking this deck. Crap. Sorry. Okay, so the turning path. The turning path is the path of many options. The turning path leads to Castle Mortal. But first we're going to read about Igraine. Igraine. Here she goes. Igraine. Aspect. Ancestral wisdom. Qualities. Motherliness. Faithfulness. Deep wisdom and mystery. Igraine is the mother of Arthur by Uther Pendragon and of 3 other children, Morgana, Morgause, and Elaine, by Gorlos of Cornwall. Traditional speaks of her as coming from a line of noble lords and ladies who escaped from Atlantis shortly before it sank beneath the waves, while others trace her descent to the god Brain the Blessed, or Braun the Blessed. But in most versions of the story, she is simply the Duchess of Cornwall. Uther sees her first as a banquet to seal the peace between himself and Gorlois, but when the king is obviously smitten by Igraine, the duke departs and war is resumed. Merlin then enchants Uther into the likeness of Gorlois so that he can beget Arthur upon her. The price of this is that their first child will be given into Merlin's care. This child is none other than Arthur, and Merlin spirits him away to foster father until he turns 15, at which time he becomes king. Igraine's sentiments about the loss of her son are not recorded, but she and Arthur meet after he has become king, and the whole story is told. Of course, Igraine's children by Gorlois become hugely important figures in the story. All 3 marry kings, bear children who become knights of the Round Table, and are there to carry the wounded Arthur to Avalon. Ultimately, a mysterious figure, Igraine, connects us with some of the most ancient levels of the Arthurian mythos. Igraine as champion. I am a woman and may not fight as men do in the battles that daily occupy us, but I have resources not available to all. My magic and my wisdom are an ancient time, owed even before my son Arthur came to rule over the lands adventurous. I am far-sighted and aware of events that may be yet to come. By your side, I can offer you access to the deepest levels of human experience and understanding and lead you by less frequented ways toward your goal. So that tells me if you people spend time meditating, you may be able to gain ancestral wisdom as well. Okay, so Castle Immortal. Yeah, okay. Okay, there it is. I don't know how I was missing it. How important is this reality to you? Okay, Igraine in meditation. Igraine is most often found on the cliffs above the restless sea, watching the birds fly overhead and listening to the roar of the surf. Here you may walk with her and listen to the wisdom she has to offer. Her ways are deep, and often she may reveal things that no other champion can. Follow her words and listen carefully to her advice, for though at times obscure, her opinions are always to the point. Okay. And I'm going to read about Whiteheart, which it can be your friend or it can be your challenger. You just take it whichever way resonates with you. Whiteheart aspect: beginnings, qualities, quest, imagination, turning points, change of focus. The Whiteheart is one of the most mysterious creatures in the Arthurian world. Again and again it appears as an object of pursuit, but turns the actions of its hunters into a quest for something more. Wherever and whenever it appears, it signifies the beginning of a new adventure or a change in direction. To the Celts, all white beasts were magical, and this seems to have been passed down into the medieval tales. One tradition declared that if someone captured a Whiteheart, he could claim a kiss from the prettiest woman in the court. The first proper adventure of the Round Table Fellowship began when a Whiteheart entered the hall at Camelot, chased by a dog, which was in turn followed by a damsel who was carried off by a stranger. The ensuing furor ended when one of the knights went after the hart, another after the dog, and a third after the lady. Over the years, both Arthur and his knights hunted such creatures, often being led into fresh adventures by them. The possession of a foot, a head, or antlers could signify good luck. When the Whiteheart appears in a reading or journey, it generally signifies the start of a new venture or an element of unexpected luck. Whiteheart as champion, follow me if you will, for I will lead you to wherever you need to be. So profound is my wisdom that few understand it, but I am always ready to show you which path to take and which to avoid. My words may echo in your thoughts, or sometimes I simply lead the way and invite you to follow. I offer tests and trials, but also the means to discover what is required to solve issues and help you negotiate difficult decisions. And the question is, what is your fallback position? Whiteheart in meditation. Seek the Whiteheart in the depths of the forest. Do everything you can to catch it, but do not be surprised or disappointed if you are unsuccessful. Often the heart will turn of its own accord or stop to eat the lush grass of a forest clearing waiting for you. Remember, you are not necessarily a hunter, but someone in search of guidance or luck. Either way, come from this wondrous creature which may address you with thoughts you hear in your mind. Okay, so now I'm going to read about Castle Immortal, because that's where the turning path leads to. Where is it? I do not see it. It's not in alphabetical order, that's for sure. Here it is. Castle Immortal, northwest following the turning path. Aspect: materialism, qualities, hunger for power, self-love, obsession, humanity. Castle Immortal is encountered by many nights during their quest. It is usually a dark and grim place where danger lurks and negative forces surround those who arrive unprepared. It has several owners, among them Amazons and Klingsor, and anti-Grail kings who sink the sacred vessel only for the power it can bring them. Both men use dark magic to emulate the power of the true Grail Knights, though they know nothing of the self-sacrifice and devotion required by those who seek the Grail to heal rather than to harm. The castle is sometimes known as the Dangerous Castle, and is often said to harbor temptations of some kind. Only those who accept their spiritual selves, who are humble enough to allow spiritual protection into their lives, and who know that the secret of the Grail is service to others, can leave unscathed. Castle Mortal can dehumanize the visitor who forgets that we are never alone. To the one who believes mortals are all-powerful, the door may close on compassion or humanity. Here, habitual and addictive behavior may replace our true human qualities. The castle can hide us from our spiritual and inspirational sources as we seek into materialistic values. If we are to move forward, we must face such things squarely and recognize the influence they can have upon us. Seek out the Castle Mortal when you need to be aware of your innate human qualities and to find the lingering shafts of soul light to brighten the way. Sometimes you need to focus on these aspects, even if they seem negative. Of course, not all human impulses are all aspected. Look for strength here in time of need. Guidance, general. We are all human and experience the highs and lows of life at every level of our being. We often find ourselves under a constant barrage of demands on time and energy, and this can create more stress than we can cope with. If you allow yourself to be swept away by these tides, you may find that life passes you by, leaving you little to enjoy or to appreciate. In the face of powerful negative urges, you should always try to remember your humanity, work, and creativity. Wherever you look for inspiration, remember that what you can see, feel, hear, taste, or smell are not necessarily the only things that can guide you. As a human being, you may choose to reject the unqualifiable, preferring to rely on your senses to inform what you do. But you may learn to understand the world in other ways, acknowledging the presence of the non-physical forces that offer you guidance. Love and relationships. Beware of being too dominant or obsessive in any relationship. Everyone who has known love knows that the finest expression of the feeling is shown by the equality between those involved. If you feel you are at a turning point in any relationship, whether personal or professional, tread carefully and seek to find a resolution that is good for all concerned. Well-being and inspiration. Try not to rely too much on your personal energy and stamina, as over time this can weaken even the strongest among us. Remember that you are part of the human community. Look around you for others of like mind and similar tastes. Working with others makes you stronger. Castle Mortal in meditation. Visit Castle Mortal when in need of the most human aspects of strength and determination, or to redeem those qualities that make you most fully human. The way is well paved and runs straight and true for much of the time. The castle seems grim and stark as you climb across rugged hills and stony valleys to reach its heavy gates. In its halls are many dreams and hopes, some waiting to be fulfilled, others static. Those who dwell there can be both subtle and dangerous. If you enter, you may talk with King Amazons or those that follow him, and though their power is usually negative, they can offer insights into your own darker dreams. If you are wise, you will go there with a strong and able champion. Well, it seems like we have two strong champions right here, so I hope you all enjoyed this. Thanks.